Alright, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to Shakarami Fashion YouTube channel. Yeah, it's been a whole lot last year 2020, and I welcome you all to 2021. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I was able to achieve the down part of this tie hair using this tiny bone in here. So if you would love to know how I was able to do all this
magical experience.
So if you would love to know how I was able to achieve this, you have to keep on watching and don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share. So thank you all. Without further ado, let's jump straight into this tutorial, guys. I'm so excited to share this tutorial. I've got my pattern, my flay pattern. Yeah, so it's a 360-degree pattern. And if you've not watched a video of mine on how to cut a flay, I taught on how to cut 360-degree flay, 720, 1440-degree flay. I'll be linking it on the description box or somewhere on the screen, so you have to check out the video. It helps you, it will help you, and it will explain everything to you. So also, I've got my tiny bone in here. So this tiny bone, you can get it in any tailoring shop around you. Yeah, so it's been sold in yards. Yeah, so I've got also my thread, I've got my scissors, I've got my fabric, my black fabric. Yeah, I'll be using this black fabric to make that illustration. So let's get started. I'll be using my pattern paper to cut on my fabric. I've placed my pattern paper in this way. So the measurements for this pattern is a round tie of 20 inches. So 20 folded into 4 is 5 inches. I added another ½ inch allowance to join at the back. So I'll be cutting out my fabric. I'll be cutting out my fabric like so. For tutorial purpose, I'll be using this 360-degree flay to make the illustration. Yeah, but the one on the picture is a 720-degree flay. Both can give you the same effect, both the 360 and 720-degree flay. Likewise, 1440-degree flay can give you same effect. It's just the fullness that differs. So this 360 is not going to be too full, and 720 will be fuller than 360. So that's it. So I'm going to use the same material as a linen. Cut out my linen. I'm going to use this 360 that I've already cut out to cut out my linen. So I've folded my flay in the same proportion, so I'll be placing it and trace it out as the linen. So I'll cut it out and show you what it looks like. So I've already cut it out. As you can see, it's in the same size, the same proportion. So I'm going to face it front facing front. That means the right side facing the right side. I'll go over to my sewing machine now and stitch it all around it. Using ½ inch allowance, stitch it round. And this is the outcome of it. Yeah, I've stitched it and I've traced everything out. So I was able to cut out the midpoints just to cut out an opening. Then I'll be turning it in out now. Yeah, so you can also use interfacing to iron inside before stitching. Yeah, you can use interfacing to iron inside before stitching it. You can use stay or any interfacing of your choice that is not so thick. Yeah, so I'll go ahead, press it out to make it neat. Then I'm going to stitch ½ inch that to create a casing for the boning to pass through. So I'll be creating a casing there. I'm stitching ½ inch round around. Then at this point I'll be making a tiny opening. Remember the other end is closed, so this point there'll be an opening to enable me pass the boning inside. So I've gone ahead to stitch it. Remember, good pressing, press it in so that it will look nice. So I've stitched it round, and at this other point I'm going to open it at the end, at the tips there. So I'll open it before passing it through. So now I'll go ahead and open it. I've opened a little hole there to pass my tiny bone inside. So I'll be passing it inside like so. I'm taking my time to carefully pass it inside the casing. So now I'm done passing it inside, and it's already giving me a lovely ruffle effect. So I'll balance it all. I'll make sure the bonnet goes round, and at this point I'll cut out the excess. So after cutting out the excess, I will go to my machine and stitch it. At this point, yeah, I'll stitch it there, but let me just show you how it looks like before stitching it. So it's already giving me this ruffle effect, this fluffy kind of look, and look at it, and my body is already looking nice. Remember, I used 360-degree flay to make mine, so if you use 720 it will give you more fluffy effect. But if you use, remember to use your round tie measurement. This is a round tie of 20 that I used for tutorial purpose. So remember to use a round tie accurate measurement divided by 4 to cut your flay. So now I will show you if you also want to use it on a sleeve that is on the screen now. If you want to use it on this sleeve here, you can as well make it, just fold it as though you're making a rose. Yeah, as you fold it, the more you're folding it around, the more it's giving you this lovely effect. Okay, I hope the tutorial was helpful. If it was for you, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and see you next time. Bye.